You ever catch yourself smiling when you don't want to? Saying yes when every part of you is screaming no? Or biting your tongue because you don't want to upset anyone, even though the truth is burning inside you? That's not kindness. That's not love. That's people-pleasing, and it's poison. Because the truth is this: the more you live to be liked, the less you live at all. Today, we're not just talking about boundaries or selfishness. We're talking about the deeper disease, the need to please, the silent killer of self-respect, authenticity, and real connection. People think being agreeable makes them loved. But here's the reality: it makes you invisible. Every time you silence your truth to keep the peace, you disappear. Every time you go along with what you don't believe in, you train yourself to betray yourself. And here's the kicker: no matter how much you bend, not everyone will like you anyway. You can break your back trying, and someone will still criticize, gossip, or walk away. So what's left? You, bent, broken, bitter. People-pleasing doesn't earn love. It earns resentment, theirs and yours. It's not random, it's conditioning. As kids, we learned approval equals survival. Mom smiles when you behave. Dad explodes when you speak up. Teachers reward the quiet kid, punish the defiant one. That survival mechanism follows us into adulthood. Now you're not facing punishment, but your nervous system doesn't know that. You still flinch at disapproval like it's life or death. Psychologists call it fawning, a trauma response. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. You make yourself small, agreeable, harmless, hoping you'll be safe. But safe isn't the same as alive. People-pleasing looks harmless, but it's not. Loss of identity. You forget who you are because you're too busy being what everyone else wants. Chronic resentment. You say yes with your mouth but no with your soul, and that friction eats you alive. Toxic relationships. Pleasers attract takers. When you never say no, you become a magnet for users. Mental and physical collapse. Studies show that constant self-suppression raises stress hormones, wrecks your immune system, and drives depression. It's not just being nice. It's a slow suicide of the spirit. You already felt it. Not speaking your mind is one of the clearest signs of people-pleasing. You think, if I say what I really think, they won't like me. If I disagree, they'll leave. If I show my truth, I'll be rejected. So you smile, you nod, you suffocate. But here's the truth. Not speaking is also a lie. And lies, even polite ones, corrode you from the inside. Speaking your mind doesn't mean being reckless or cruel. It means refusing to erase yourself. There's a filter, yes. Not every thought needs to be spoken, but every truth that matters to you must be voiced, or you lose yourself piece by piece. Just be nice. That's what society teaches. But niceness isn't kindness. Niceness is fear dressed up. Kindness comes from strength. Niceness comes from weakness. Kindness says, I'll help you when I can, because I choose to. Niceness says, I'll help you even when I can't, because I'm afraid you won't like me. Which one builds respect? Which one builds love? Only kindness rooted in truth. Here's the irony. The moment you stop trying to please everyone, people often like you more. Why? Because authenticity is magnetic. When you speak your truth, when you stop polishing every word, people feel your realness. They see the rough edges, and those rough edges are what make you human. Think about it. People don't bond with perfection. They bond with flaws, quirks, unfiltered laughter, honest opinions. There's a saying from psychology and relationship research. It's not the polished parts, but the cracks and edges that create attachment. People connect to what's real, not what's rehearsed. So while the people pleaser thinks they're winning love by smoothing every edge, what they're really doing is creating distance. They come across as too polished, too cautious, too bland. But when you drop the act, when you say what you mean, even if it's messy, people trust you, they respect you, and yes, they often like you more. So how do you stop this cycle? 1. Practice honest no's. Start small. Decline an invite you don't want. Refuse a favor that drains you. Train the muscle of self-respect. 2. Speak one truth daily. Even if it's awkward, even if it shakes, say it. Build the habit of honesty. 3. Detach from approval. Repeat this to yourself. Their opinion is not my oxygen. You don't need everyone's love to breathe. 4. Reclaim your boundaries. Boundaries aren't rejection, they're direction. They tell people where you end and they begin. 5. Shift your give from overflow, not emptiness. True generosity feels expansive, not suffocating. The moment you stop pleasing, people will panic. You've changed. You're selfish. You're difficult. Good. That's proof you're growing. Because the only people angry at your boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. Let them be uncomfortable. That discomfort is their growth edge, not your burden. Here's the beautiful part. When you stop people-pleasing, you finally discover real connection. Because now, when someone loves you, you know it's real. They're not loving the mask. They're loving you. And when you speak your mind, even if people disagree, they respect you more. Why? Because honesty is magnetic. Fake is forgettable. Being real won't make everyone like you, but it will make the right people find you. Here's the truth. You cannot be liked by everyone, but you can be respected by yourself. Stop betraying yourself for scraps of approval. Stop silencing your truth to buy fake peace. Stop confusing niceness with love. Because in the end, people-pleasing doesn't keep people close. It just keeps you far away from yourself. Speak your truth. Say what you mean. Mean what you say. That's not arrogance. That's authenticity. And authenticity is the only path to real freedom, real love, and real respect.